Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
Come on, is that a Kirkland?
This is from Titan. Oh, you're looking forward to it too, because this I'm excited
I'm so
about.
weirdly excited about
I know.
a generic store brand.
I know. This is from Titan Eric Evanson.
Daniel in the distance.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Just ratcheting through your different presentations.
Magnus the Bastard, patron saint, benevolent.
No. Yes, it's probably Eric.
Could it be?
He's crawling in on Trash Titan, man. He's only a few away.
So dirty. Tell me about the Kirk. 23 years old?
Yeah.
What?
Sherry cask.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be good. I've seen people talk about this one, and they all review it highly.
Yeah.
And then I have a question of my own to add to the comments on this one.
It's just weird that somebody does, like a company does, there's store brand line, and then it's just not a middle of the road thing. Like, more often than not, the Kirklands that we've had, like, just look at the color on that. Is there E150?
Look, it's very possible.
That is one of
It's
the...
Alexander Murray. They're not afraid of E150.
Okay, this is one of the darkest scotches I've ever put my eyes on.
But even though, look at the color, it is that sort of brownish, tawny looking instead of just red, right?
Yeah,
And
I'm sure there's, the finish had an impact there, the sherry.
Yeah, sherry.
But at the same time, that much darkness?
Smell it. It smells like sherry.
Wow. No, this is
Yeah.
not whiskey. This is sherry. They just put sherry in a bottle and then slapped a scotch.
It's a
on
little fainty, like a little sulfuric almost.
Jose, you're not wrong, but let's hit the more dominant, obvious flavors before we get to that.
Big fruit, candy, plum.
Stewed, man. They're stewed,
Super,
a little
yeah.
bit of sugar, and they're very ripe.
Very fruit cake.
Almost
like a
overly
dark,
ripe. Yeah, it's not bad.
like bready cake.
Right.
With fruit, big fruit chunks in it.
It's the moment where the fruit is the softest, but it hasn't yet quite turned. Yeah. God.
Yes, overripe aromas.
I mean, I'm kind of excited. I like whiskey
Now,
more.
behind all of that, there's a little bit of a malty funk.
Okay, that's going to be the tiniest little thread of... It's not farty, it's not eggy.
But it's not offensive, it's just, it gives it this little edge.
So sometimes people ask for a sherry bomb example.
Yeah, Glendronach.
Yeah, I haven't even tasted this.
Yeah, you would be like,
I'm pretty
Kirkland
confident in
23.
saying, it's like, hey, the Kirkland, this is going to be a sherry bomb.
I wonder what it costs.
We're so spoiled, by the way. I wonder what this 23-year-old scotch costs. Wow.
Oh, it's nice.
Whoa, whoa.
Ooh, it's got way more character. It's not just a sugar dessert bomb. It's got way more character to it than I was expecting.
Man, this drink's...
Low proof too, I'm betting.
Yeah. I was
46.
about to say, this drink's pretty soft. Wow.
I gotta try that again.
I genuinely wonder how much sherry is sloshing around in these barrels.
Yeah, walnuts.
Yeah. Candied walnuts with the plums and all. This is very Christmassy.
Very Christmassy. A figgy pudding.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the hell out of it.
I'm looking up the price.
Okay.
$80. $80, under $100.
For a 23-year-old.
Oh, you lost a lens.
Yeah, that's kind of what gas station glasses do.
$80 for a 23-year-old whiskey. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, if you're not trying to flex with the label, you just want something like it's really nice, Christmassy flavors. You have to. This is mandatory. You have to really like sherry forward scotches.
Yeah, and candied almonds and...
Yeah, if you're not into what the sherry does, then steer wide away. I'm gonna say, hell yeah. Not just a yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, for a sherry cask, with a cigar, this would be incredible.
Yeah, I'm curious what the original color was. Do you think there's a chance the sherry made it that dark? Because I know the red, yes, but that much darkness, man. I mean, look, holding it up to the very bright light, it's still dark.
I don't know, it's possible.
If that's the impact of sherry, I'm thinking there is a little bit of shenanigans of the sherry sloshing around in these barrels.
Yeah. Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to turn into a golden carriage.
What does a whiskey producer want to get from doing multiple distillations? Usually that kind of talk about vodka, and that's what they hear, and how they strip every bit of nuance and flavor out of it. So with multiple distillations, I mean, obviously there's in whiskey the stripping run.
The
where you
first one's goal is just to get more alcohol out of the beer.
just separate it from everything else.
The second one is all about flavor.
Yeah.
If you do a triple pot distillation, you're just sort of taking away some of the heavier bodied compounds, but there's no world in which a triple pot distillation gets anywhere close to the amount of stripping out of flavor that a column distillation
Yeah,
does.
it's just to separate and select flavors.
Yeah, that's all it is. So if you do triple, you're just looking for a lighter touch, lighter bodied whiskey.
Got Michael Badalamamente, 8708. How do you keep track of where everything is with so many bottles?
Yeah, you would be surprised at how easy it is to sort of reference things once you know the general categorization of this room, because it's also alphabetical. So like over there, bourbon, against the wall.
Yeah.
Tennessee and corn whiskey on the bottom two shelves. Canada, American whiskey, world whiskey, rye, Ireland, blends from Scotland, Scottish single malts, American single malts.
So
that's it.
That's world whiskey. You have
From
Texas
here down is world whiskey.
Okay, so you go to the thing.
This is American with no major category.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's actually not, it looks like it would be overwhelming. Find me one bottle in here. It's all about categorization, just like librarians. Like, tell a librarian, go find one book in all of the library.
It's pronounced library.
Librarians?
Yeah.
No, that's libations. It's a different word.
No, you should read.
Are we libation librarians?
You should read more. Let's
I think we are.
go to the library.
Yeah, we're librarians for libations.
Welcome to the whiskey library.
No,
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
no, it really didn't.
Kirkland did not let me down, especially at that price point.
I have a question for you.
At that price point, did not let me down.
We're about to hold the first ever level 4.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
You've been talking about that. Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Right? We need to figure out what next thing goes in here to denote level 4s. So they sent us this one that's exactly the same shape as the star.
Yeah.
But it has a jewel, like the jewel, not an actual jewel, but a jewel shape.
Yeah.
Like the angled facets of a jewel in bronze.
Like a vape pen.
I don't know.
It's just stupid.
Maybe?
There's just a little jewel vape in there.
Oh, okay. I don't know,
Sorry,
actually.
sorry.
Anyway, so like, see how this has angles and
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that, but it's in the shape of a jewel, like a diamond edge, right?
chamfered edge.
And then the trim is a color, and you choose the color. So the question is either swap the star for the gem,
Yeah.
but then you kind of lose the star, and that's kind of cool, or put them in line, but then you make this thing get lower and lower and lower, or
Maybe the star dangles down there.
yeah, that was another option. Was it dangles off? But we would have to actually drill into this, and it's solid bronze. It's no joke.
Glue it.
Or
Duct tape.
we take two because they both look like this,
Paper clips.
and we do one side to each, and then they connect to the right. So star and then jewel.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, you know, it'd be very funny for me.
Well, yeah, for you, yeah.
Very funny for me.
That's different than
As
what
if,
would be cool.
well, but funny though. So level 1, you get this. Level
Right.
2, you get another one of those just hanging on the end. So number 4, you just
It's
got
just
like,
like-
15
like-
pounds.
And you have a back brace on.
And it's slapping you in the junk every time
Yeah.
you take a step.
Your level 4 comes with a year's appointments with a chiropractor.
It's so heavy. Or you get, you basically get like a metal thing as an oplet,
Yeah, so it balances you out.
right? And then on top of the oplets, you have like this little perch for Glencairns. Right?
This is definitely the mooch school you're talking
So you
about.
have glasses here.
I'm thinking what I'll probably do is the two different ones coming in from each edge of the necklace.
Yeah.
Leading to the one.
All right, here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your lover's hearts.
And if you drink, may you
Drink
drink
with us.